This is going to be a little bit different of a video. I'm going to be kind of talking about stuff. The reason why I'm making this video is a lot of you had asked me to make this video. This is there was a poll that I put out a few weeks ago, and a lot of you voted on this topic, and it came in second place, so I thought I would make it anyway since a lot of you asked that I make this video. So today I'm going to talk about how I went from being a regular aquarist hobbyist to a full-time aquarium career guy. Hey fish friends, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. My name is Zenzo from Tazawa Tanks. Now, I know that sounds weird. Probably everything I say sounds weird, but one, like, am I a regular aquarist or regular hobbyist? I don't feel like most regular people are going to have a room like this filled with aquariums, and more aquariums upstairs in a house. This is probably not the norm, especially how this room is set up. But a lot of you do keep multiple aquariums, and a lot of you are very passionate about fish keeping, and a lot of you have asked me and are wondering how to make money in the aquarium hobby and make it a full-time career. Now, a couple things. One, this is not like how to make a few extra dollars, but big announcement. At the end of this video, I'm going to be sharing some information where one of you may have an opportunity to make some money with aquariums. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. But a couple things. So one, I've made another video before about how to make a few extra dollars, like breeding and doing like selling fish and cleaning aquariums, stuff like that. And I'll put a link of that video up here or down below in the description, depending on what device you're watching it on. So you can watch that video if you just want to know like how to make an extra $500,000 a month or something like that. This is kind of a video more about how to actually make like a real career out of the aquarium hobby, and just kind of in general talking about my path and what might work for you. And when I say career, I'm not talking about like I'm a 20-year-old college kid that like works at a fish store to pay for school, or I clean aquariums on the side to, pay for my rent. Obviously, I'm much older than a 20-year-old college kid. I've got 2 kids in college, if that helps you. I live in San Francisco. It's very expensive to live here, especially to afford to have a space like this in a very expensive city like San Francisco. So that kind of puts a perspective as far as a real career. So what I thought I would do, and the reason why I keep looking over here is I usually use a teleprompter. Well, I have been using a teleprompter, but I just type some notes on my phone so that I could kind of look at the notes and make sure that I cover all the topics. So I thought what I would start with is, what do I do now? What is my career? What is this thing you're talking about, Zenzo? So for those of you that don't know, I made a change about 9 months ago now, I guess it was. I made a full career change. I was working in the distribution industry, where I was a director of national sales and service for a large distribution company, and I was meeting with like multi-million-dollar clients and traveling all over the country, managing a large book of business. I think my portfolio that I managed was probably in $120 to $140 million range annualized. So, big, busy career job. And I did a full pivot and moved over to working in the aquarium industry. So I work for Aquarium Co-op. You can see my little logo right there. So I work for Aquarium Co-op. Technically, I work for myself. I'm a contractor, so I contract out to Aquarium Co-op because there's a couple other little things that I do as well for other manufacturers. But essentially, Aquarium Co-op has hired me to full-time help with running the memberships and kind of a lot of the online stuff when it comes to YouTube. Additionally, I do things like events, so planning events and our travel and our booth at trade shows and things like that. So I'm kind of involved in all that stuff, a lot of commercial work, marketing campaigns, and recently my role has changed, and this is why it's going to be relevant at the end of this video. So recently my role changed actually this week, where my workload has increased significantly because now I'm going to also be overseeing kind of all of the social media content creation and distribution on all the different platforms, so YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, etc. So make sure to look for us on those other platforms and follow, subscribe, all that good stuff on those different platforms. So anyway, that's what I do, and it's full time. You know, it's I don't know, 50, 60 hour a week job basically between that and doing some other stuff. So that is my career. Now, obviously going from working in the distribution industry and having all that business, it was, you know, that was like a suit and tie job, and I was making very good money, and Aquarium Co-op also pays my company, me, very good money as well. So I have been able to pivot full-time to doing this. So that's what I do. I know that this is a very kind of niche position, but there's always stuff like this that's coming up and available, whether it's our company or other companies in the industry. In fact, we're currently looking to hire a marketing, email marketing person that's going to help with some of our distribution of email marketing campaigns. So there's another example of working for an aquarium company. Maybe you have a background in email marketing and you would be a perfect fit for working for Aquarium Co-op. So that's kind of an example. So that's what I do. You know, some people think it's a dream job, and it is a dream job. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. To be able to work with fish and talk about fish and make fish content and go to fish conventions and interact with all of you on various platforms, I love it. It is a passion of mine. But it is still work, and it's a lot of work. In fact, I'm operating right now on like 13 days straight of work. It's Friday night. The reason why this video is coming out late is because I had no time to pick up a camera. I was, you know, on calls, meetings, working on projects, building out workflows, and did not have a chance to even come down here and sit in front of the camera for 20 minutes and talk about this. So, that's what I do. I just got back from Aquashella last weekend. Aquashella, for those of you that don't know, it's a giant aquarium festival / convention conference kind of a thing. It's wonderful. It's amazing. We're going to be going to other future Aquashella events as well. I did bring my camera with the intent of like making a video, but had zero time to really do much of anything. But I did take a few little clips, so we'll go ahead and cut to that now so you can see what went on at Aquashella. Then I'll come back and talk about the rest of the story. Okay, so it's day one of Aquashella, Orlando 2022. Today is February 26, 2022. Anyway, it's day two of travel, day one of Aquashella. Yesterday was quite the crazy day. Traveling from San Francisco to Orlando, West Coast to East Coast. It's basically a full day. We didn't get to the hotel here until maybe like 6:30 or 7, something like that. It was pretty late, and then we had to set the booth up, and then we had a meeting with a vendor at the convention floor. So anyway, it's just a long day. I was going to film, but the booth is super heavy. So you saw the booth being put together through that little time lapse. That was the only footage I took yesterday. It's about 160 pounds worth of gear. So between my backpack, which is full of camera gear, my clothes, my laptop, and then 3 duffel bags that are all like 52 to 54 pounds apiece. Lugging those through the airport was quite the task. San Francisco, I was doing it by myself, forcing at a very short distance, and then in Orlando, Corey helped carry one of the bags. But anyway, long day, got that all set up, wasn't really able to film. Today, it's a new day, but it's a long day. It's 8:15. I've got to meet Corey in about 4 minutes right now to go have breakfast. Then we're going to go to the show, all-day show. Corey's got to talk, which is a game show. Then we've got a members-only event tonight. I'll be done at like 9 p.m. for work. Then I've got to, my stepdaughter actually lives here, and I've got to meet up with her and just get like a quick bite or something, catch up with her, see how she's doing. And then from there, just hit the bed and start the day again tomorrow morning. Got an early morning meeting tomorrow. So anyway, just wanted to just kind of do a little different type of video than all the other Aquashella videos out there that are being made or that I've made before. So a little bit more behind the scenes. So it won't be as like, I don't know, we'll see. I have no idea what this video is going to be like. I don't even know if I'm going to publish this video, but I'm recording anyway. So anyway, I've got to go meet Corey for breakfast and then start our day. It's all behind the scenes.
Zenzo, thank you so much for convincing me to come. And now I'm like gonna pass out from exhaustion from passing out all these t-shirts.
All right, so here's the real behind the scenes. Let me switch hands here. So it's, oh, that wasn't good. It's like 9 o'clock at night. Just now got done with work. So as I said, it's probably shaky as heck right now because I'm just doing this on my cell phone. But anyway, yeah, it's as I said earlier, it's a long day. Just got done with our member meetup and walking back through the convention center to drop off some of our gear and then finishing off the night. So yeah, this probably is going to be a terrible vlog. I don't know if I'm even going to put this out as I shared, but here, I'll just show you guys. So we had like a couple pallets worth of t-shirts. We brought 3,000 t-shirts here. So all these boxes were Aquarium Co-op t-shirts that we had printed just for the show and for other like in-person events. You can see all the empties here, all the empties there. So yeah, it's a lot of work doing these things, but it's fun to meet all of you. That's pretty much the only reason why I enjoy coming to these shows, to be honest with you, because I've seen the tanks and the exhibits, but I haven't met a lot of you. So that's what I enjoy. I know that's what Corey enjoys as well. Here, I'll show you the booth with nobody in it. So here's our booth. This is something that we had done, quite costly, but kind of a fun illuminated booth. It's got LED lights inside of it. Here's the Extreme booth next to us. As you know, we're kind of partnered with Extreme a little bit. And here's all of our t-shirts that we've been giving out all day. But yeah, overall a successful day. I'm gonna flip the camera around and just kind of give you guys a quick shot the other direction. All right, so here's what it looks like when there's not 3,000 or 4,000, however many people were here today. I think they're estimating about 7,000 plus people. So there might have been maybe 4,000 or so people today, maybe a bit more. But yeah, this is the best way to see the show when there's no one here because it's so crowded and hard to kind of navigate around. But I'll get some shots tomorrow with all the, you know, the lights on and everything, so you'll see the real displays.
You saw him at his lunch, sneaky lunch break. Hi.
You want literal behind the scenes? Get out. You've got to come
This
in
is
here
behind
now.
the scenes.
This is a scene from behind the scenes. It's called The Lonely Lunch.
The Lonely
Come,
Lunch.
let's show you. This, you want to see?
It's got a little lunch station
It's
back
probably
there.
not what you planned on doing.
This is the creator break room.
It's right here.
Oh my god, you're here too. We're all just hiding away. This is what the YouTubers do.
I eat the lonely lunch.
That's a thumbnail. So now let's talk about how I got here. How did I get here to this job? So a few things. One, I was an aquarist. I started keeping aquariums at a very young age, decades ago, and got pretty serious about it. So my oldest daughter just turned 21, and I got very serious about it before she was born. So it was about 22 years or so ago when I started like, oh, I want to have a tank here with this, and I want to have a tank here with that. And that's kind of where I would start to get a little bit geeky and going to the fish store every week and getting all the magazines and breeding fish and trading them into the store for fish food and stuff like that. So obviously I was doing that and keeping aquariums over the years in various capacities. Sometimes I was moving and I would shrink down to one betta. Sometimes I had more space and I would, you know, expand out to a fish room. And during that time, I was working full time. I also had an aquarium service business. So the aquarium service business that I had created was basically trying to fill in a need that I found in the San Francisco area at that time. So, advertising, got my business license, brought on some clients, did jobs mostly in San Francisco, but throughout the Bay Area, and learned a lot, obviously, from running an aquarium business. And then while I was doing that, like at nights and weekends when I wasn't traveling for my full-time job, I was also doing my full-time job and making YouTube videos and taking care of my fish tanks. Now, during that time, I met Corey from Aquarium Co-op. Corey's the founder and CEO of Aquarium Co-op. I was up in Seattle on business. I happened to have a little bit of free time after one of my meetings with a client. Drove to the store in Edmonds because I had been watching the Aquarium Co-op videos and wanted to see the store. Corey just happened to be in the store. Now, this was around the time when he wasn't really going to the store much anymore, and he was kind of working more on the other side of the operation. But he happened to be there, and we chatted for quite a while, and got to know him. I told him that I have a YouTube channel. At that time, 111 subscribers. And he gave me a bunch of advice. I followed that advice and grew the channel, and here we are now. But over the years, and later on that summer, he was down in San Francisco talking at one of the local fish clubs, and I started to get a chance to hang out with him, here and there, and get to know him better. I was, invited to his house like a year or so afterwards, and filmed there and stuff like that. So, kind of built like a friendship over the years with Corey, and all that while he saw what I was doing. He saw that I was a business person, and I had high business acumen, and was able to juggle running an aquarium business and work full time and have a family and work out because I'm always in the gym and take care of fish and things like that, and run a very small YouTube channel. And I think after a couple of years, he started to have an idea like, God, I'd love to get Zenzo on the team. This is what he told me, like he would love to find a spot for me. And eventually it worked out to where, Aquarium Co-op was doing very well as a company, and he had an opportunity to grow the company and bring me on and hire me. So that's where all of this happened. So now let's get to the part where how I feel like I got this job, and how I feel some of you might be able to do the same thing. Not necessarily this exact job, but something similar for something in the industry, or maybe you want to do it in a totally different industry. Maybe you're really into backpacking or music or cooking or whatever it is that you're really passionate about, your passion, your love. This could be applicable to those areas as well. So first of all, building relationships, that's important. So if that's something that you are interested in, build a relationship with someone in that industry, possibly someone that's in a high level at a company that you would like to work for. Secondly, you want to make sure that you're able to display your capabilities. So not only do you want to build a relationship, but you want to show that person, hey, look what I've done, look what I can do. Here are some ideas on some business ideas that I have. And share those with that person, right? And that person, if they're if they're business savvy, if they can have some foresight and project into what their own company might be doing in the future, they might look to you and say, wow, like Mary, she's really got her stuff together, or Jason, like he's like on top of stuff. And when you continually have those conversations and relationship kind of bullet points, you'll most likely find a way into the industry that you're looking to get into. So that would be my advice. I would say that even though if it's your passion, if it's your dream job, it's still work. Like, I love what I do. Every day I wake up and I love the job that I have and the career that I've shifted to, but it's still a lot of work. And when I say that I'm, like yesterday, I was on some calls with some team members and doing some planning. And after 3 hours of talking to 3 different people on video chats, I looked at the clock. It was 2 p.m. and I hadn't had lunch yet. And for those of you that know me, I have to eat like all the time because of my working out and bodybuilding and stuff like that. So I said, it's 2 o'clock, I got to go eat. And then I was back working again. So it's a lot of work, right? So work is work, no matter what you do. And of course, there are times when work is difficult, work is going to drive you crazy, and there are elements of every job, no matter how amazing it is, that are going to be worrisome, tiresome, etc. So just know that if you do jump into your dream occupation, it's still work. It's not like you're just sitting on a beach, like sipping Mai Tais and relaxing and enjoying life. So that's just, I wanted to put that in there. So there you have it. That's kind of my own story about how I became a aquarium career person, and I don't even know how to say it. Like, I've got a great career in the aquarium industry, from just being a person that loves fish tanks and takes care of fish. That's kind of my story on how I got here. So now, if you've made it this far, thank you. If you're interested in the big news or the big opportunity, here it is. So my workload has increased, and as much as I enjoy filming and editing videos, I don't have a lot of time. The fact that this video is coming out late, the fact that it's Friday night, and normally I would have a video come out on Saturday, which is not going to happen this week, is just an example of how things are going. And next week is going to be as busier, and so on and so forth. So what I'm looking for is someone that is really good at editing videos, specifically for YouTube. So if you do have that skill set, here's an opportunity for you to try to get into working in the aquarium industry a little bit. Obviously, I'm not going to be paying a ton of money because this is a very small channel, and you'll be doing like one video a week that shouldn't take very many hours. But there is an opportunity. So if you do have the skill set to edit videos, I would like to see your work, so definitely reach out to me. You can reach me down below in the description. My email address is down there. It says for business inquiries only. This is definitely a business reason to email me. So don't email me for fish questions. 9 times out of 10, I just ignore those because I can't answer 100 questions about can my cichlid live with this fish. But if you are interested in editing videos for me, then shoot me a message and we'll see what we can do. For the time being, I'll keep doing my best to keep up with the videos and bringing you guys content as I can, but just know that things are piling up and I do need some help. So there's your opportunity. Thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, do me a big favor, hit that like button, because it might mean very little to you, but it means the world to me. And it also means the universe to me if you would consider subscribing to this video. That's all I had for now, or to this channel. See, I can't even speak. That's all I had for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.